me. The thunder comes, then a drunk don't keep coming on for me to listen with what he'd say. If I did some, it'd help me. The stormy day, trying to get the simmer where the man gets his Sunday, never understand. Like it is the simmer where the man you can catch him on the show, time and day. That's right.
All right, how about that, man? You've heard it first. The new Andy Simmons tune for us here in the Mike Show, and hopefully we get to play that on the Tom and Dan Show. That's a little tune there. It's a 1 minute long intro. So my man Andy Simmons, you rock, buddy, and always giving us some kick-ass music, right? So good morning. We'll say hi's real quick. We got lots to talk about, so I'm not going to do the romper room that we joked about yesterday, the romper room walk around. But I do see my regulars, Aaron and Katie and Casper and Whitney and Jamelia. Hey, Jack. Galveston Joe, I know, man. We'll show some of that. In fact, it's on the radar right here. You can see it. That's leftover Invest 90. So yeah, that kind of flared up over the last 2 days. It was interesting to watch it trek west, and it's firing up big time this morning. So good morning to all you cone heads, Mike Weatherpage fans. We'll say goodbye to Louie here. He was chilling on the lap while I got things ready. He knows the drill. He sits there like a statue. And I guess we'll show Hunter real quick, and then we'll get right back into tropics real quick. We got to get going. We got a lot of tropics to talk about. So here's our little boy Hunter, the second Hurricane Hunter. And the Hurricane Hunters are going to be flying in maybe today, checking out that one by Florida. Hurricane Hunters are getting geared up. They're on Twitter right now talking. There's our morning yawn. It's a tradition. It happens every morning. You like to yawn on the camera. What's up with that? Are you bored? He's bored. He's still about $1.50 big. He's a little guy. All right. That's Hunter. All right, so let's talk about weather. Weather's hot, Amy. Yes, I'll try to read some comments. Hey, Casper, what's cooking, man? I got my coffee. There's Shelly, our Facebook advisor. So we're waking up with Louie. All right. So what are we going to talk about? First and foremost, of course, we have to talk about our sponsor, Louie 2.0. How about that? Tangerine IPA. I don't know. I always look for a cool picture. This Big Storm Brewing, and they got a very yummy looking tangerine. So big thanks to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits, supporters of the show here, two years in a row. So if you live in Florida, make sure you support them. If you vacation in Florida, definitely drive out of your way and support ABC because they support me. Good people. So there you go. All right. So here's the tropic maps this morning. Yesterday we had 3 things to watch. Here's what we got cooking. So 8 a.m. advisory just came out, and they upped this to 40%. This is the little wave south of Florida right now. Not very organized, very little spinach. But they did up it to orange. It's definitely heading west-northwest. We have a pretty strong high pressure in place. So very high confidence that if it were to develop into anything, it's going to continue on this path, and it doesn't appear to have any stalling out of that sort. So the important thing with this one, real quick, I'm going to try to get to the nitty gritty right away. There's really no models showing much development, so don't panic about that yet. When Michael was in the early stages, when it was a tropical storm, there was a lot of models saying, "Oh boy, look out." So when I don't see a lot of model support, I don't want to raise the red flag yet. But the fact it has no spinach is going to help what I'm going to say next. But the Gulf is warm. We know that. The Gulf is a little warmer than normal. No dust in the air and very low shear. 3 big key ingredients. MJO is negative. That's a negative for the storm. But the biggest negative right now is there's not a lot of spinach. So it's not a well-defined low pressure system. Right now it's just a blob. And let's take a look at it. This is on Weather Nerds. Whoop, that's the Texas system. We don't even have an Invest. It's not even an Invest yet. So it will be Invest 91 if they invest it any moment. So right now it's just a blob. Blobs matter. We chase blobs here at Mike's Weather Page. So key points right now. Well, I said key points, and look, the keys are highlighted. They have a storm warning of some sort down that way. So the key point, no spinach yet. It's going to definitely impact South Florida rains today and tomorrow. The land interaction, correct. We got blob. It's on both sides of Cuba. This is weathernerds.org. The main center is expected to be somewhere right here, just north of Cuba, right below the tip of Florida. So just a big sloppy mess right now. So no big broad low yet, which is good news. There is a little bit trying, but when we look at things that would raise concern would be spins on the null square. There is a little slight signs here of mid or lower level vorticity though. That's interesting. That's kind of new. Big broad low. So it's got the foundation. So like I said, not yet. But once we start seeing possible spinach, then we got to really keep an eye on. Here's your heat potential map. Obviously, plenty warm. Luckily, it's on the other side of this big pocket of hot water. So the models aren't extremely aggressive, but like I keep pointing out, the year of the blobs in the Gulf have been the storyline, and we've had storms surprise us in the Gulf. Usually they've been coming west to east. This one obviously is our first tropical sign. Well, the storm today, Invest 98, or Invest 90, definitely blew up out of nowhere. So these are your lower level wind maps. So not really seeing clear spinach yet. A little bit, just nothing. So keeping an eye on it. The other thing, we can look at ASCAP passes here. We can see if there's been a clean pass. So we'll see that, and then we'll go on to everybody else in the tropics real quick, and then we'll come back to this again. So I'll try to talk a lot about everything all at once, and so there's really no clear low yet. So that's good. All right. So yeah, the waters are hot. What's up, Michelle? Morning, y'all. Julio. So threat level on the first one. Let's go to tropical tidbits real quick, and we'll zoom in on possibilities, and we'll look at ensemble. So the ensemble maps are woke up a little bit, but the main operational runs, let's take a look at it. This is on tropical tidbits. So again, not a tremendous amount of support for development. Doesn't mean it can change. There's your GFS, broad low system. This is tomorrow, or this is Thursday. And then into Texas Friday. But see, there's really no close low on the latest GFS. Same thing on the overnight GFS. Doesn't mean it won't happen. It just means the models right now aren't showing it. So that's the only good news right now. I mean, you're a little bit tighter cluster, but we're not seeing any close low. So, slight development so far, but things can change. I'm just saying the Gulf's hot. and CMC. So all three are pretty much the same. Middle Texas by Friday. And we can look at a rain map off the GFS just to give you an idea what the rains could look like if it were to materialize. And here's your rain on Friday. So you just get the idea. Juice. Some of this rain might make the upper Gulf on Thursday as it spins. Big moisture field here. And then Friday. So rain totals. Let's see here. That might be too spread out. Let's just keep it right there real quick and just show you the rains. And obviously, look at that. So high pressure across the Central Plains here and should help dry it up. Your main rain impact is going to be almost the same as what we saw today. And more rains for Central Texas into Louisiana from our system that's down here by Florida today. So far, it looks just like a rainmaker. And speaking of rain, here's what's happening here. Let's go back to Invest 90. This is what's coming ashore right now in Texas. And look at that flare up. Big old flare up here, central eastern Texas into Louisiana. This is leftover. Had a little spin yesterday, but it was too close to land. A lot of coastal storms going on right now in Houston. Overnight, I woke up about 2, 3 in the morning, and they were talking about 2-inch rain rates. So definitely some areas up here in Houston and surrounding areas got a lot of rain towards the coast. This is happening right now. Every little white dot is a lightning bolt. This should eventually start to wean out a little bit, but that's happening right now. In fact, let's take a look at radar, and we'll actually zoom in here to the National Weather Service radar, and we'll go out here a little bit and we'll take a look. You can see right here. So there it is. Secondary blob heading up into Louisiana. Into Lake Charles, some in the lower Louisiana, but the main stuff's definitely into Houston and surrounding areas this morning. Big heavy rain. So that's Invest 90. So Susan, yeah, I do. Hey Joe, power out ideas. What do you got? So all right, there's that. So let's look at so since we're talking about Texas, let's get an idea of what they can expect, and then we'll focus on the spot by Florida, and then we'll focus on the Atlantic, because there's a lot to talk about. Just like that. Right? A week ago, y'all were saying tropics are dead. There's nothing to talk about. Now there's so much to talk about. Now we don't even know what to talk about. So here's the next 12 hours or so. The rains are going to kind of work their way up. This is this afternoon, so it's definitely going to be a rainy day. They don't quite make it into central parts of Texas, though. They kind of pull themselves north up in Louisiana. So this is, one model map today. This is 3 o'clock this afternoon. Could start to wind down a little bit. Some of that rain might pull northward. So the general flow is kind of like west-northwest. And so it's definitely going to be a rainy day today, Texas. Let's see if there's any SPC alerts as far as rain goes. And then we'll focus on the Florida spot to watch. Sometimes we'll get an SPC discussion. Hey, Katie. Eskimo. Is that an Eskimo? Whitney, you always get the weather. Always get the weather. Well, we have nothing on SPC map. Try it again. Hey, Jamie D. Appreciate being a supporter there. I don't see you on here much. Got a lot of supporters. I appreciate it. Good morning, Michael Weinstein. How you doing, man? So, all right. So, well, anyway. Rain. All right, so here's the other guy. All right, so here's the Florida guy. Florida guy is not an invest yet. In order to get spaghetti models, you gotta be an invest. Okay, so this is the spot we're gonna talk about next. This is the guy that we've been watching. It's so cool because we talked about it a long time ago. It was a mid-level piece of energy last week. Came across the upper Atlantic and indeed was a high rider. This is a low rider. This is a high rider. And NHC is giving it a 40% chance the next couple days. It says could be Hurricane Hunter. Look at this. Hurricane Hunter. In fact, do I have a patch? I think I got a sticker too. Hurricane Hunters sent me a bunch of stuff one time. Let's see if I got a sticker. Where's my sticker at? Oh, I don't know. Maybe I hung it up somewhere. I had a Hurricane Hunter sticker they gave me. Here it is. All right, look at that. I need to make a neck tag, Hurricane Hunter. So every time I say Hurricane Hunter, I got to show Hurricane Hunter. All right, go back to bed. So anyway, Hurricane Hunter's going in later. I shouldn't be frozen, Nadine. So far, I show good. You might just have to stop and replay. Facebook is streaming well today. All right. So again, we talked about this spot down here in Florida earlier. Not a lot of spinach. That's a good thing. Let's look at some ensembles. That's really the only spaghetti models we got with a system like this would be the actual. And you can go to them here, by the way. If you want free site, go to Tropical Tidbits. Let's do the Europe, GFS ensembles. And then we'll do the European ensembles on Weather Nerd. So Tropical Tidbits has free Euro or GFS ensembles. And we can see what the ensembles are thinking. And we go to ensemble EP or GEFS, and then go down here to lower dynamics and hit member, and we'll see. And there's a little cluster. You know, there's a few. Nothing below 1,000 millibar, so that's good news. This is Friday morning, so no big. And then you can see over here what we got cooking. This is next. We're not talking about Invest 99 yet. So, all right. So there's that one. All right. Let's go to Weather Nerds. This is where you go get your free Euro ensembles. You can zoom in on the area, update, and then you can put tracks on and hit loop. Get loopy in the morning. And we're going to see a few of the Euros now a little more aggressive with this system than it was yesterday. This is on Weather Nerds, by the way. So here, let me stop it. But we're starting to see, a few more ensembles on the Euro showing development past Cuba. And, a couple of them develop it into maybe a tropical storm. I'm not seeing any hurricanes, but you can see the path is very similar, timing very similar. And all it looks like so far is a rainmaker, and it's going to continue into Texas. So no stoppage. Not going to be a Harvey event with 1,000 inches of rain. So that's the European ensemble. So that's, it's cooking. There it is again. That's a look at it. Very sloppy. No real sign of low pressure and winds. Satellite verticity, though, is interesting. So this is the old school way we used to look at it. 850 showing a little spinach right here. And 500 millibar showing a little spinach right here. And I think we have an upper cutoff low that might help fire some of this convection here too. So interesting. So it's got a shot. I see the conditions. Could be favorable for a little something. All right. And we'll do one more graph on this one, and then we'll get into the Atlantic, because I like to talk about all three before I lose everybody. Whitney, CMC. Yeah, CMC showing the same. No real development. Little development. It's like it's a hunter development. It's not a Louis development. It's a hunter-sized development. But, we never had any tropical storm color. Still don't have any color. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? So all the aggressive colors that we're seeing on the Euro, a blend of 70 to 80% chance. When you go down to tropical storm, nothing. So again, weak development. So a little something tropical. Nothing you have to worry about. That's good. But never let your guard down. But you got to be real about this. If you see a news headline that says extremely warm Gulf waters need to be watched this weekend for tropical cyclone development, that is a red alert. And a tropical depression is actually a tropical cyclone. So it's all how you word it. Hey, Julie Wheeler. Any relation to Humpy Wheeler, NASCAR? All right, so let's talk about the other guy. Hey, Whitney, yeah, there is a loop eddy. You're correct. Right here. You can see it right here, too. Look at that heat potential. So the Gulf is definitely warming up. And there it is right there too. Little looks like Mississippi River. A little piece breaks off and we get a little spinning. Not only do we have spinach in the atmosphere, we have spinach in the Gulf. that's a little loop eddy warm water. These definitely help spark tropical development. This guy might just barely miss it, but it's still going to tap into the warm Gulf Stream right here. Waters are hot. Gulf waters are hot. Shear ahead of the Gulf. I didn't look this morning yet, but I'm sure it's weakening. It is. So there's a little weakness. There's a little upper level tut. So, weakening shear ahead. So it's got a little window, and it's not necessarily the end of the world, 20, 30 knots. Then it's less. So we're not seeing the big reds and oranges that we saw early in the season. The jet stream's way to the north. That's why we're having all our storm chances way to the north. All these little yellow blobs are northern storms because of jet stream. Day 2, East Coast storms again. And so jet streams to the north, leaving less shear to the south. All right, so let's talk about the other guy, Invest 98. All right, so here's the other guy, Invest 98. Let's go to tropicaltidbits.com. Free spaghetti. These 12Zs just came out. So it's a low rider. This little guy was hanging around Cape Verde, and it looks like it's breaking off from the ITCZ. Let's take a look at it on the windy chart. So the monsoon trough is a little farther south, around 10 degrees. Oh boy, I got to close some windows. Window. Too many windows. We don't want to blow the computer up yet. All right, so here you can see it right here. There's our spinach, right below the 10-degree mark. But we got low-level spinach. Looks like it's trying to break off, become its own little person, little embryo. And counterclockwise flow. Look at that. Southern winds come, northern winds come, start to spin it. And that's what we got. So there you go. That's Invest 99 right here. Here's the Lesser Antilles. This will be here by Friday. Here, Friday. And your models are showing some that we could have a strengthening system. So you got two schools of thinking here. Here's a bunch of spaghetti here. Here's the GFS ensembles. General path takes it right into Naples. But it's 1,008, so don't. That's a joke. GFS keeps it weak. Low rider. Another cool map here, of course, is that was GFS. And then the actual spaghetti models here, low rider. But the one that's interesting is the intensity forecast. Some of the models peaking at high, some are keeping it low. So my thing has always been, dust isn't that heavy right now out there either. Not like it has been. Here's a cool map on my Fox Hurricane. So it's kind of in a little weak spot right now. There's a big plume behind it, but it's not necessarily the end of the world as far as dust goes. We've seen it a lot worse for these systems. Sometimes they make a little moisture bubble, they call it. Tropics living in a little bubble right here. See? Here it is. Well, let's stop it so we can get the last frame. See where we're at currently live in the tropics. So there's our bubble. See, there's not a lot of dust, so I don't think that's a huge factor. We look at moisture fields. Let's look at water vapor loop here, and you can kind of see it spinning right here. So not necessarily a ton of dry air around it. So there's that. We'll see. That's not the one the hurricane hunters are going to go see, by the way. That is the one that's called Invest 99. And it's out in the open Atlantic, but it's definitely looking tropical. So could be our first real wave storm of the year to really track as far as a slowly growing, long, couple day old system here. So let's take a look at visible. This is on weathernerds.org, by the way, but pretty hefty looking clouds there. Look at that. Got some spinning. All right, let's see where it's going. So, the operational runs of the GFS. Let's take a look at this now. This has been a common theme. The CMC is the only one that's been developing this guy. Most of them have it fizzling out before the islands, but now we're starting to see some of these models showing it. And now, this is the GFS. Keeps it together, low rider. This is Thursday morning. Starts to move on out. Here's Friday right here. So it's nearing the islands on Friday, Saturday. Kind of keeps it together, but then it kind of tears it apart. But you can get the general idea. Here's the blob next Tuesday. And, you know, maybe if it keeps that same pattern, somewhere here the following Thursday, Friday, the 31st, first part of August. So there's, you know, not a lot. We'll go to the 00Z operational run here of the Euro or the GFS, kind of the same thing. So fizzle out. That's been a common theme. Here it is again. This is the CMC. CMC has been a little more aggressive on development. Not that run. Oh, yesterday's run, it had to go a little bit more west. So, you know, you just got to watch these things in real time. There's, you know, here's, this is Sunday night's run here showing development across. So, you know, just have to watch it. Conditions ahead are here are supposed to be unfavorable around the islands, and then the latest Euro, same thing, a little more development with this guy, and then we'll see. Now, the one thing we got to keep watching on the Euro, this is the next thing I want to talk about. The models have been picking up on this wave coming off of Africa for a long time, and every run, see, it kind of fizzles it out before the island. So the Euro has been absolutely Zippo on this Invest 99 from day one. I think that's why the NHC was slow to designate it, because the Euro was saying no. But the satellite imagery said yes. But here's the wave that we got to watch coming off. This one's been on the runs a lot. And every model run on the Euro shows this wave coming off of Africa this weekend, down here by the Verde Islands, and sticking together and coming across. This is 10 days out. So, and there's another one, and then there's another one. So, you know, all that stuff I posted a week or two back when they were talking about Africa rains have been, the anomalies have been above average. The MJO will be positive come early August. This is Friday, July 31st, but you know, we could be seeing the signs of an African wave train starting a little early. You know, bam, 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 and they're following that Bermuda high. So, not to say it's going to happen. It's just things are lining up to maybe be active early August. Again, the MJO pulse helps that. Here it is, green on July 30th. Starts to get green the 25th. So we're in that lull we talked about. It's kind of getting out now. It didn't last as long as they thought, but here's all green first part of August into middle August. So all this could help promote storms forming. So another map I want to show you, then we'll slow it down a little bit. And yes, you can hear Louis snoring in the background. Hey, Michael, what's up, buddy? Good. I'm glad you said that. Hey, Casper, what you talking about? Wave training? Hey, Stephanie Stokes. Hello, Rider. Yeah, let's take a look at the. I'm glad you mentioned that. So. All right, so. So when there's an invest, we have designated HWRF and HMON. And HMON, I believe, used to be the GFDL, but there's hurricane-specific models that run when we have invest. So let's take a look at that. I like to look at the parent one because it's bigger. You get to see where. Well, I didn't even see it there. Let's take a look. All right, so these are hurricane-specific models. You can get them on Tropical Tidbits, by the way. Oh yeah, look at that. Ooh. Michael with a hurricane avatar. Look at that. So your HWRF showing 986 possible storm lower, well, right smack down in the middle of Lesser Antilles, Friday, Saturday. So this is Saturday. So like I said, just, you know, sometimes a system that's got spinach is tough to kill. So that's what I keep saying. Just keep an eye on it. HMON, usually it goes the opposite than the HWRF. And there you go, 1,008. So it keeps it kind of tight, 1,008. So yeah, yeah, so there's good. There's becoming, other than the Euro is the outlier so far. So Lesser Antilles, you're going to get Eastern Caribbean this weekend. Friday could be the earliest to start work. Watching. So anyway, these are interesting though. Let's take a look at these. These are your ensembles, and let's go. We already looked at the golf. Let's see if I can zoom in a little better to South Atlantic. Well, that's way south. We don't want to go there. North Atlantic, Southwest Atlantic. Just stay there. But anyway, all right. So here's 5 days out. So some of the GFS ensembles are now finally picking up on it. So all these models that we saw, the CMC, H Wharf now, H Mon, I totally forgot about checking those guys out. As Louis standing right there. What are you doing, buddy? Hey. And Brock's playing little Jimmy Buffett. So a few more signs. Now, it's still fizzling it out, but what's coming up behind it? These are the low pressure now. These are the ensembles picking up, and this is what you got to really start to wonder as we get into 12 days. Starting to show a little bit more signs and possibilities of some hurricanes. Hey, buddy, it's okay. What's up? Want to say hi? Come here. Sarah will say hi. Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
Don't judge. Mama's working. We didn't comb her hair yet, but she wants to say hi. Say hi.
Hi.
The Mike's weather page?
Yeah.
Like Mike's weather page?
Yeah.
Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
Okay. Bye. Hi, Louie. All right, so there you go. So that's, take it with a grain of salt. But the European ensembles are definitely showing more active early August. So, just stuff to think about. Those waves coming off of Africa, we just got to keep an eye on. We can go to GFS and take a look at their cyclone map. I haven't even looked at this one yet. Let's take a look at this. Let's see what it's showing. And it's starting to show a little less, but so anyway. All right. Everybody's saying hi, Sarah. Louie. Yeah, Sarah's looking a little rough today, but we did go swimming last night. She was happy about that. We're supposed to go on the water today. I promised her, but I don't know, man. Tropical blob might be messing us up. And the coffee's cold. And I had Dunkin' today, and I'm drinking hot Dunkin' in my Louis cup. All right, so I guess I need to lose the Invest 90 graphics because now it's overland. So we're focused on Invest 99. We're focused on the Florida blob. This is yet to be designated. Then we'll see on that. I guess we can look at all kinds of models. Let's go to, let's just see if, we'll take a look at the UK. I haven't looked at the UK. Let's go ahead and zoom in here on the golf. Well, the UK won't let me go to the golf. We can only go US. So let's take a look. Let's the UK show any development. Nothing really. So no real development on the UK as far as our golf system goes. We can look at some of the access models here. Maybe a little teeny weeny little thing Thursday. Maybe a weak development there. Icon. Not much. So that's that. Again, I'm just not seeing much model support. So the only thing we can watch on the first one is going to be watching things in real time. As far as if we get any sort of blow up with our spot by Florida. So let's take a look at the Africa. So here's long-term UK. Nothing really going there. Not really confident I want to use too much of the Icon yet, or those, because they're not solid models. But anyway, there's that. So a couple other graphics we can look at real quick. We can look at the experimental one here. There's like the Navy's out to lunch picking up something here. Nothing really showing up on that. So anyway, sorry, Laura. You got to focus. I start thinking out loud. Yep, we played at noon. You're right, Shelly. Betty, correct. Everybody in the Northeast is hot. Heat warnings again today. Look at this. Excessive heat warnings again in Carolinas. Look at that. Another day of excessive heat warnings in the Carolinas, North Carolina specifically. As far as the East Coast goes, all this area here is under a heat warning, heat advisory. Got small craft advisories up for portions of the bay here, even hazard or small craft advisory. This is all winds coming. We can take a look at some. Let's take a look at some wind maps here. Wind forecasts, wave analysis. This is all of our east winds coming. Animated wave model here. We can look at this. This is the winds to come. These are waves. This is our system trekking towards the Gulf. So definitely going to be a windy day across the Gulf here and tomorrow. Here's the winds, the waves picking up, obviously. And let's see what else we can look at. Pertinent wise. Let's see if how the winds are looking. Wind alert. Shay Gibson site. Here's the strong winds coming up. Already feeling it down south. Look at that. Sustained winds across the Keys, 20, 15. So it's getting a little windy down there. Miami, 20. Gusts upwards to 23. So winds are picking up from the east. That's all tied up to this tropical wave. Strong east winds across southeast. Down to the Keys here. Look at tropical storm force winds almost out here by the Keys. Look at that. 26 with gusts of 31. Feeling a little tropical down there. A little windy. So there you go. All right. There's that. I think got a good handle on the weather. We got things are making sense what we're looking at. African wave train possibly getting ready to kick off. Got juice out here in the middle Atlantic spinning away. Definitely looks like it's going to break off and maybe head towards Lesser Antilles by Friday, Saturday. Something definitely watch if you're down that way. A couple of the models are showing development. CMC was the first to pick up on it. Again, I think that model's been getting a lot better. Here's our system that the Hurricane Hunters might go in today. I don't know why they would go in today without any clear spin yet, but there is vorticity. So with this upper level dip here coming down, it actually might help spin this thing as the winds. Let's see if we can go to well, we can look at it here too. So the winds come down from the top, kind of like what happens in the interconvergence zone here when we have this upper disturbance blowing down. Look at that. It actually can help start spinning a system. It actually can help flare up convection and storms as it spins down, but it also can help start spinning up a system, kind of like we see in the monsoon trough down that way. So this is, might aid it a little bit. It does have a little shear, but also weakens the shear in front of it. So anyway, Pacific, I don't even know what's going on in the Pacific. I think they got a couple things. They got Douglas, tropical storm Douglas. Oh, look at that! Might go right toward Hawaii. What's up with that? Be a storm though. It's going to weaken. Could be a hurricane. Look at that. Could be coming right toward Hawaii. Look at that. So look at that. Hurricane or tropical storm Douglas could be Hurricane Douglas, getting close to the end of the weekend here for Hawaii. But looks like it might weaken some. So let's take a look at it on Tropical Tidbits to see if it goes out that far or not. And look at that. Holy moly, Hawaii. Good point, Stephanie Stokes. Um, Donald, I don't think we should have any dust right now. I mean, we do, but it's not that bad. There's a little bit right now. I guess there is some right now. Not a lot. I mean, we're definitely in a pocket of nothing coming. So all this is going to push it on out of here. So there's really not a lot right now. And we can look at the animated plume map. Monica, your chiropractor's name is Douglas. Hey, Joni. Mesha, yeah, you missed it all. You missed everything, man. How could you do that to us? Here's the aerosol map. So, really nothing. Look at this. I mean, here, again, talk about this system out here, Invest 99. It always looked like it was going to race it, like it's going to be right in front of it, So, I don't know if the dust's going to be a huge factor. It kind of rides along with the wave. There's nothing in Texas, though, for the next couple of days, dust-wise. So our Invest 99 or 9 will be somewhere right here in the front of this dust. And big old, look at that, plume of dust. So Texas, you might get some the 29th. That's like a week away. A little more dust here across Bahamas, Caribbean on the 26th. That's 5 days from now. I have to always look down at the clock because I don't know what day it is. But short-term wise, clean up here. So no dust, at least for our Florida disturbance. So all it needs is spinach. Do you love the colors, Lisa? Hey, Brian. Yeah, I think it's calmed down a lot. We had that big burst a couple weeks ago, but there's a pocket. And in July, the middle of July, it peaks. I saw the graphic. It's very typical. Middle of July is the peak of dust. Bobby just posted a nice one. Look at this, Bobby. That's a good graphic. Look at that. Heavy rain over the Keys right now. Marathon. This is all our tropical wave. Levi just posted odds of 99 survival are going up. See, it has a seed. I'm telling you, I read something years ago. When something has a tight little spin, it's very hard to kill it. Our Florida guy does not have spin, so the chances of it becoming anything strong, in my experience, is slim. Because it takes time to develop a spinning seed. Here's your 5-day rain map, obviously showing South Florida as our system treks towards the west-northwest, upper Louisiana into Texas by the weekend. Friday, Saturday, wet. 7 days, probably the same, so it'll be gone. The another good map, let's take a look at Whitney's favorite map, the super duper animated water map. We'll see some serious spinach with this. I haven't even looked at it, but I guarantee it. So there it is. Look at that. So you can see in the atmosphere, look at that. The water is showing it. Tight little spinner. And these usually miss the big pole to the north, and they go low. But stronger systems go north. Weak go west, strong go north. So, worst case scenario, this sucker develops. Joe. That would be 5 o'clock somewhere. But anyways, worst case scenario would this thing be, hanging on as a little spinner, re-strengthen up here in the Caribbean, and then start to pull northward up into the Gulf area. So, just keep an eye on it. Hey, Travis. Yeah, they've been little weaker, little dinks, man. They've been like little 24-hour one-night stands. 2020 is the year of the one-night stands for hurricanes. They don't last more than a day. Poor Dolly only got 1 day of fame. It seems like they all only had a day, but I guess a couple of them were more than a day. But So again, we're seeing what the African wave train is going to produce after this little guy. And hey, Thomas, yeah, it always could. It could come as a weak system. A couple of models just had it as a little tropical disturbance. So again, remember your timing for this 99 is Friday, Saturday for the Eastern Caribbean, Lesser Antilles here. Timing for the Florida guy is Friday, Saturday for Texas and Louisiana. Everything's flowing around this big high right now, so everything's pushing that way. Yeah, Michael, it would be crazy. We had a couple hurricanes, I think, in 2005, and they all stemmed down in the Western Caribbean. Whitney, we'll see, man. Could be a little something. Not a lot of negative factors for it right now. Kind of got moisture all around it. Let me close out some windows, see what you guys are saying. So the Keys are getting hammered. Let's look at current radar down for the Keys and South Florida. Man, they've got rain all the time down that way. All right, so here's what's happening down there. Look at that big old rainy Tuesday for the Keys. And this isn't really banding. This is just tropical wave flow east to west. Nothing's showing any signs of wrapping up yet. So, not to say it can't happen. It's going to have to get over here and really try to get spinning, and then it's going to run out of time to be anything serious. But if it had spinach like 99 did, then I'd be like, oh boy. But it doesn't, so that's good. All right. Let's see. Travis, good point. So what? Baseball starts Friday, I hear. That's good news. Be weird. I heard they're pumping in crowd noise. That's going to be interesting. They're going to pump in video game crowd noise. And you can get a cardboard cutout. So I was going to get a drunk donkey mask and put it over me and take a picture and send it in. And see if they'll okay it, because that would be hilarious if they zoomed in, because you got to wear a mask. It's the Rays, man, right? It's Trop. So anything else going on? I think I made a good point. Loop Eddy, Joy, yeah, Loop Eddy. Things are warm in the Gulf, so a little fuel. Got to have spinach though. It's got to start developing. The only thing it's got going for it are these satellite vorticity maps showing a little bit of 850 spin and 500 spin. So it's got a little signature of trying to become something. It's just not happened yet. So there you go. All right. What can I show? What? Let's see. I saw a question. I love it when I see. Derek, like the ensemble map. This was 72 hours out for the Atlantic. Here's possible try. This will be Invest 99, 3 days out. As far as the scary Euro map that shows possible storms, if we go 15 days out, definitely showing increased activity here. A couple of them showing hurricanes, obviously, which is normal. Not anything to be worried about. Just the fact that, hey, we're getting to that time that these waves are going to be watched. And the latest Euro does show possible wave train setting up here 10 days out. Boom, boom, boom. So, this little guy has been really curious on this is the one after Invest 99. This is, we always get one or two waves clear the way for the next few waves. And it could be the sign that the end of July, early August, we could be looking at boom, boom, boom. It's not even September yet. All right, so tomorrow, guess what? I'm going to the Tom and Dan show. Hey, Bobby. Yep. It's getting strong. How's it going? Make sure y'all support Bobby. Read her blog every day. Hurricane Harbor up here in the very, very top. Orange alert today. Texas rain 99 begging for a name. Good times has a bumpy road to get past, and if it does, watch out. Invest not. Well, this is good stuff right here. Bobby's been posting since what? 2004. You got going pretty much when I got started. June. Let's look at your first one. June 24th. Let's see. So man, you've been doing this a long time. Holy cow. This is when I got all going with Charlie. Does it feel like yesterday, Bobby? Like, where the hell does time go, man? I swear. It's like, my God. It's 2020. All right. Cool beans. So we'll be doing this live tomorrow for sure. There's a lot to talk about today. Hopefully the hurricane hunters are getting geared up. They're talking about it on Twitter. They're flying out maybe to check out that system in Florida. They might as well, right? It's close to home. Oh, look at these graphics, man. These are cool 99 graphics. Look at it. We got a possible. Look at that bloom. That just pop up. Is that recent? So if that's recent, it's getting some big blow up right by center. That's current look. Look at that little guy. It's a baby. Here's your Dvorak. Definitely showing storm. So this sucker. Yesterday they didn't even have. Remember they didn't have a circle on it. I joked on Twitter. I said I'm gonna go get some crayons. Now we got possibility of something. And you know, stronger it gets, the better it has a chance to hang on and get through the rough stuff. It's got spinach. It's got that seed. All right, let's take one last look here at Weather Nerds. I like to zoom in there. It is a great site, man. I love it. I don't know if that was the latest or not. I'm just showing what that graphic was. But here's the latest. It could have been. Bobby. Yes, Jennifer, yes. Invest 91 or 99 is in the middle Atlantic. They haven't designated the one by Florida yet, so that might be coming any minute. There's just no true center to guess yet where does the spaghetti models would be. So, got a lot to talk about. Things are heating up. So, yep. All right, well, we're ready to go. A lot to do today. I got a lot of work on the weather site and the app. Appreciate all you Facebook supporters out there. If you appreciate what I do, it's $4.99 a month. Cheaper than tipping your bartender for one beer. So be a tipper. Get that cool little badge. And I can keep supporting ABC. And then they turn around and support me. It's like the Little House on the Prairie. We got trading chickens for eggs. Hey Gail, you got it. Trish, I play one at 12, or you can go back and watch it now. I think I don't know how it works. I just do the 12. The 12 o'clock's the only reason I only did that. I'm not on the 12 o'clock one, but people like it because the chat still works live, and that's kind of neat. So the noon one kind of works because people can still chat in real time to each other. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about the Hawaii hurricane, thanks to Stephanie pointing that out, that they could have a little tropical storm coming towards them. And we'll watch what today brings. Checking out Twitter here, just catching up. Everybody's slowly waking up the tropics maps. And I made the mistake and submitted my phone number to True Green because I want to get lawn care back. I can't control the weeds anymore. I try so hard. Now they got my number, and I think they call me every day. All right, so have a good one, Coneheads. Yep, we're Chatty Group. Thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll probably cut it off a little early because we got to hit the road by 10:30 to go to the Tom and Dan show. So looking forward to that. Thanks to Andy Simmons for our new song. and we'll play it again tomorrow. So have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much. We'll see you. Bye.